for a review today, all the way from sunny UK. Goliath Effects have sent us the Hornburg pedal. This is a dual path fuzz and overdrive pedal with a really interesting clean blend on board as well. Let's not waste any time, let's hear it and then get into the details. I've switched to my second camera for a proper good close-up look at the Hornburg pedal, and doesn't it look absolutely stunning with this black and white layout? I think it looks really cool. The signal path of Hornburg is really interesting, so what I'm going to try to do is go through each of the controls and describe the signal path as we go. Of course, we've got in and output sockets on the top, and we are running with a 9-volt power supply. The signal is then split into 3 separate paths. First of all, my signal runs into an overdrive pedal section of the Hornburg, and this is apparently based on a TS9 overdrive circuit that has been tweaked to suit bass and this particular pedal. The other path then splits off and goes into a fuzz section which is built on a Russian modded muff pedal. Again, it's been tweaked for bass, and there is tons and tons of searing drive available. Underneath that, we have a mix knob, and this allows us to blend between both the overdrive sound and the fuzz sound. We could even have both running at the same time. Now, typically when a distortion pedal has been designed for bass guitar, there is some sort of option for blending in our clean bass tone, and certainly Hornburg is no exception to that. However, because of the design of the fuzz side, there's already tons of low end available, and Goliath Effects have decided to do things a little different. So, taking a closer look at the controls, we can see that there is a blend control on the bottom right hand side of the pedal that indeed allows us to blend between the 2 distortion paths and the dry clean sound. However, on the bottom left hand side, we have a tone control and a mids control. These make up a passive tone stack network, the kind of thing that you would typically find in a Vox or a Marshall or a Fender valve amplifier. The bass control is fixed by design, so the tone would be the treble control and the mids, of course, would be the middle control. All 3 signal paths pass through the passive tone stack. And actually, if you think about a normal amplifier topology, if we are running pedals into the front of a valve amplifier, then of course the EQ would happen after any blending of drives and clean signals. So this kind of actually makes a lot of sense. But what this does mean is, rather than feeding in lots and lots of clean low end, it is already tailored. You can think of this as actually adding in more clean definition, more top end and mids, rather than a fat low end. The best thing I can do is describe how this works through playing through the pedal, and I'm going to do that now with some sound examples. First of all, let's get a listen to my bass with just a clean sound as a reference. my first example, this is just the overdrive circuit on its own. I've set the drive fairly high and there is no clean blend. Now, because it's quite a bright sounding pedal, I've pulled the tone controls down a little bit to around the 11 o'clock position just to smooth things out a little bit, but here's what that sounds like. Here's the overdrive circuit again. I've turned the blend control around to the 12 o'clock position to get some of that clean, dry sound coming through. Now, whilst on the subject of that clean blend, as I described earlier, the clean sound goes through the equalizer first. I'm not thinking of this as adding in more low end to the tone of the pedal. It's going to add more definition and clarity and maybe some more pick attack if you're playing more percussive styles or of course using a plectrum. Just for reference, this is what it sounds like on its own. Now, alone, that sounds a little bit unusual to me. I'm so used to hearing such a full-bodied clean sound coming through that this is going to take a little bit of getting used to. However, when we dial in the fuzz, it will all make sense. So close-up time, I've left the EQ exactly where it was before, and all I've done is I've turned the blend controls round so we've got a full-bore fuzz coming through and it is wet all the way with no clean tone added. Let's add a little bit more definition and I'm going to blend in some of the clean sound. Now, one thing to be careful of, and this happens quite a lot with blend controls on pedals, is the difference between the overdriven sound and the clean sound can sometimes affect the overall level. So you might need to adjust settings in order to get in that clean blend. Certainly I've noticed it here, but we can still get a nice rich sound at the output. Now, it seems only natural that what we should do is blend the fuzz and the drive together. Again, I found a sweet spot for the tone control, so I've left them where they are, and I've added in some of that clean blend as well. Might be wondering, can Hornburg do some truly hideous amounts of fuzzy distortion? Let's find out. Little experiment, I thought I would try a more of a dual path sort of design. So what I've done is I've cleaned up the overdrive signal by pulling the gain control down and pushing the master up for the overdrive circuit, and then I'm reblending that in with the fuzz sound but keeping what was the clean signal quite low. I'm looking for something which is a nice balance between a slightly gritty clean sound and then blending in the fuzz as well to give it a little bit more breadth. A great tone, I think, for those funky modern day disco classics. Sounds absolutely superb. For a darker sound, I've gone for the same drive settings, but I've pulled the tone controls pretty much all the way down. It's sounding a bit more 50s sci-fi. Now in this last example, I was messing around with the controls, just having a bit of fun with the pedal, and I found a rather boxy, gritty sound, which was reminiscent of a certain punk song, which was recorded through a bass rig with a broken speaker. I'm using a different bass guitar, so it's not going to sound exactly the same as the song I have in mind. There you have it, the Hornburg from Goliath Effects. You've heard just a few sounds that are available from the sonic palette underneath the bonnet of Hornburg. And I say this every single time, but if you want to experience the full breadth of sounds available, then you are going to want to get one of these into your dirty mitts as soon as possible. As always, you know the score. There is a written review to go with these sound samples, so head on over to bassgearmag.com to read that, along with all of our other fantastic reviews for the finest bass gear around the world. I'm of course looking forward to getting more pedals like the Hornburg up on my stand here for you to check out. But in the meantime, thank you ever so much for watching this review. I'm looking forward to reading your positive comments in the comments section below. And for now, I've been Dan Veall, and you have been watching Bass Gear Magazine.